welcome into Hunterdon Central Stewart Field for today's game between Gill St. Bernard's and your Hunterdon Central Red Devils. My name is Robbie Luber. Joined with me is Lucas Reed. Lucas, Hunterdon Central is having I'd say above average year. They're 4-1-2 so far, 3-1-2 in the Skyline Delaware Conference. They're coming off of a win at Bridgewater, 1-0. Hunterdon Central, it's been an exciting season, Lucas.
Yeah, Central's only lost one game this season. They lost a big game against Pinckney. They lost 5-0. Central's already played two tied finals, both ending in a 1-1 final. They played Bridgewater and Watchung Hills. Central is currently in second place, Robbie, in the Skyline Delaware division behind Pingree. And we're playing Gill St. Bernard's today. The Red Devils are 5 for 5 in the last 5 matchups against Gill St. Bernard's with 2 shutout victories. Central has already beat Gill St. Bernard's once this year in a close 1-0 victory, and Matthew Santos had the winning goal in that game, Robbie.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned Gill St. Bernard's. They're 5-5 this year. They've had a tough schedule, though. Of course, they're coming off of a 3-1 loss to Don Bosco. Before that, they beat Watchung Hills 3-0 and lost to Pingree 2-1. Leading for Gill St. Bernard's, it's the junior Giancarlo Sanchez has 6 goals, and Michael Marino, the senior, has 4 goals, as well as Brandon Ferreira. So some names to watch there for Gill. As for Hunterdon Central, they are led by a handful of juniors here in Grant Frey, Brian Grubb, and Colby Townsend, as well as Matthew Santos. You said there that he scored their lone goal against Gill St. Bernard's the first time around. So we'll see what the Red Devils can do.
And you mentioned the Red Devils are having an above average season this year. Last year, the Red Devils finished 15-3-1, so a spectacular season last year, and coming back into it, hoping for another great season just like last year. Last season, Central beat Gill St. Bernard's 1-0 with the winning goal coming from Michael Contanzarite. So the Red Devils having some history against Gill, 5 for 5 in the last 5 matchups. It's going to be a fun game here today. Red Devils looking to keep their great season alive, Robbie.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking at the Gill St. Bernard's roster, it's a mixed bag here. You have a lot of juniors, a handful of seniors, and a nice amount of freshmen and sophomores. So you have to wonder if that youth, that maybe inexperience, is playing into some of their losses so far this season.
Yeah, they've won 2 shutout victories this year. They played Ranny 6-0, and they beat Bridgewater 1-0, so 2 shutout victories. And 1 loss came against the Red Devils this year already, Robbie. Last season, the Knights finished with a good, just like the Red Devils, they finished right around the same mark, 16-6-1 and 5-3 in division matchups. So Gill and the Red Devils having 2 very similar seasons last year, and it looks like it's going to be another 2 similar seasons this year, Robbie.
Well, you mentioned it, 1-0 win for the Red Devils the first time around, though they did outshoot the Knights 11-5 as well. It's going to be a close game, I think. I mean, we've seen, again, 1-0. That really tells it all. 2 good teams. Should be fun to watch. So getting ready now for the kickoff. That is number 11 for the Knights, Brandon Ferreira, who will get it going. Sent downfield now and out of bounds will be Red Devils' ball. Thrown in by number 25. That's Riley Heduick. Knocked down by Townsend, but picked up by Gill number 6, Michael Marino. Back to Marino now. Marino, one of the captains. Now a pass there from Carter Sestero. Here's Hunterdon Central. That is Mathieu Urban trying to get it downfield. Whistle blown. And it will be a free kick for Hunterdon Central. That is number 22, Colby Townsend, the junior. So they'll look to get restarted here. They'll send it back to number 21. That's Dominic Paniconi. Sent downfield looking for Townsend. It'll be picked up by the junior Brian Grubb. Townsend will look over his options. Send it backfield. That is to Aiden Bazio. A lot of juniors on this team, Lucas, that you have to wonder probably helps with the team chemistry, knowing them outside of just the field. So that one out of bounds will be a Knights ball. So sent in now. Knocked down, I think that was Urban. And he's down, whistle blown. Will remain in Red Devil possession. Looked like Urban he jumped and maybe landed weird. Looks like his cleat came off there. So it will be a free kick here for the Red Devils. Brian Grubb on the far side of the field. There's the whistle. Kick is up, dumped into the box, but just over the head of the jumping Aaron Townsend and out of bounds.
That was a great setup there from Brian Grubb, taking advantage of that one. Just great defense there from Gill, jumping up and not letting any Red Devils have an opportunity off of that one.
So thrown in by Sestero, but it'll hit off of the head of Giancarlo Sanchez. And another really good field position here for Hunterdon Central. The throw will go back to Paniconi. Now to Bazio. Back to Paniconi now, trying to get something set up in the backfield. He'll send it down, looking for Townsend, but it's over his head. Will be picked up by number 4, Harry Finn, another junior. Picked up now by Colby Townsend. Good chance, but that's number 6. It's Michael Marino able to steal it away. You know, Lucas, Harry Finn was originally supposed to go to Hunterdon Central, but decided to go to Gill back prior to freshman year. The throw in there will knock off the leg of Mathieu Urban, and it will stay in Knight's possession. The throw-in's intercepted there by number 25. That's Heduzik. Ball sent downfield. Reinhardt comes out to get it. 3-on-2 there, headed by number 8 of Townsend. Picked up by Gill, number 16 of Jack Vasari, but whistle blown. So now here's Marino. He'll send it back to Andrew Smith. He'll send it downfield. Here's an offensive push for the Knights. Good chance now for Renato Panato, but knocked out of play by Central, number 3 of Aiden Bazio. So thrown in by Gill here. Bounced over the head of Robbie Judd. Good fight for the ball now. Off of the leg, I believe, of Ryan Perron. Will be a corner kick here for the Knights.
An early scoring opportunity for the Knights. They need a good setup here.
We'll see here. Seems like the first really good scoring chance here for the Knights so far today. Kick stumped in over the head of almost all the players. It's a foot race now to the ball. Will be picked up by a Red Devil. I believe that's Colby Townsend. Now stolen now. That's number 5 for Gill St. Bernard. It's Renato Panetta. Townsend has it back. Look over his options. He'll send it back. And that'll be dumped down the field. Waiting is Carter Cisnero for the Knights, but the ball does go out of bounds. Good throw in, headed there. Looking for number 13 of Jackson Murray. The ball will go out of play. So here's a throw in now, 400 Central. Headed there by Grubb and out of bounds. So you're seeing a good fight for the ball here early as the Red Devils try to get it out of the defensive area. Knocked out to Bazio, looking for Townsend, who tried to get it to Frey, but it was picked up by Andrew Smith. Now here's Sestero, ball out of bounds. Quick to throw it in. That was number 6, Monte Urban, who tripped there, no whistle. And Central looked to go back in the offense. Starting off with Dominic Paniconi. So along the far sideline, we'll go back to Bazio, but Chase Reinhardt is there, the goalie. Hunterdon Central's goalie has been very good so far. Even last year as a junior, Reinhardt in 5 games has 39 saves. So here's the Knights trying to get something going again along the far sideline. Try to get a cross up there, but it does go out of play. And it will be a goal kick, I believe. Or no, it looks like a corner. Did go off of a Red Devil there. So that's Gill number 10 of Giancarlo Sanchez. Sanchez, again, one of the leading goal scorers for the Knights. Second corner we've seen today for Gill St. Bernard's. Here's the kick, dumped into the box, headed and in for the Gill St. Bernard's Knights. Had a flurry of players there, a couple of headers, and just a small kick, able to go into the net. 1-0 Knights.
Yeah, it looked like it just went over the head of everybody, and somebody in the back was able to just tap it right into the corner of the net. Good shot there from Gill St. Bernard's. Just heads-up soccer. That's what you want to see from them. Red Devils got to strike back now.
So an early lead now, as the Red Devils will try to get something restarted. They'll send it there to Hedusik, Lazio. Now back to Paniconi, who will send it to midfield. Waiting is Aaron Townsend. He'll tap it up for Grubb, looking downfield for Grant Frey, but it was knocked down by number 14 of Andrew Smith. Grubb picks it back up. It's a fight for the ball on the far sideline with Renato Panetta. Ball went out of bounds. Throwing for Brian Grubb. So it looks like it will be a corner here for Hunterdon Central.
This could be huge for the Red Devils, you know, right after that corner kick goal from Gill St. Bernard's. If they can strike back here with their own corner kick.
So Frail sending it in the box. Headed out by number 14 on the Knights. Still out of the woods. Picked up by Hidoisik. They'll try to get something started now. Ball goes out of bounds. So there's Colby Townsend now. Scores options tripped up. No whistle. There's Townsend looking for his brother there. That was Aaron Townsend. Ball goes out of bounds. Will be Hedujek with the throw-in. So it was looking for Urban. Urban got tripped up. Now here's number 10 for the Knights in Sanchez. He'll send it downfield. Paniconi's there to pick it up. But now here's a chance for Robbie Judd. Sends it up. Picked up by Hedujek. So Gill will try to get something started. They'll send it back now to number 6 of Michael Marino. Marino now to Ferreira. Ferreira, a dump in. Waiting is Reinhardt to make the save. Gets it out quickly to Grubb. Now we'll go to, I believe that's Grant Frey. Tripped up on the far sideline. No whistle. So Gill now back on the offense. You know, I think they saw that the Red Devils were aggressive early on, and it said that we can't just wait back and try to play defense this first half. As that one was almost intercepted by Colby Townsend. The Knights trying to set something up now around midfield. Now here's number 10. That's Giancarlo Sanchez going after the ball. Ball went out of bounds off of a Red Devil. No, it was off of a Knight. So that will be Jackson Hunt, the junior, on the throw-in. He'll send it back to Bazio and try to get something restarted. So here's Dominic Paniconi. He'll send it off to Hedujek. He'll now send it back. He'll go back to Bazio. Not wanting to make a turnover near the net. Sends this one deep to midfield. Looking for Townsend, but it was Cistero who was able to knock it down. Now here's Brian Grubb able to hold on to it. Nice move there to keep the ball. He'll send it back to Hunt. It was off his foot. He'll keep it in bounds. Hunt back to Reinhardt. Big kick. One that really hung in the air for a long time to midfield. Here's Brian Grubb. Jumping on it, though, is Brandon Ferreira. Fight for the ball. Whistle blown. And it will be a free kick for the Knights. So we'll see. It look like it'll be Renato Panetta who will take it. Scratch that. Harry Finn's going to take it there from the far side of the field. There's the whistle. Here's the kick into the box. Someone got a hen on it, and it was a Knight. Will be a goal kick here for Chase Reinhardt. Quickly we'll get it out to Dominic Paniconi. Looking now, Grubb under pressure, heavy pressure. Was trying to get to Hunt. Hunt stumbled. And Knight ball here. So here's the throw-in. Sent out by Paniconi. He was looking for Frey, who tipped it back to Grubb. Now I think was looking for Townsend, but it was intercepted. Grubb has the ball back. He'll cross it now looking for Kobe Townsend, but it's knocked down there by Panetta. Kicked up by Paniconi. Ball still up in the air. Urban will find Grubb. But here comes Ferreira and Marino. Ball will go out. And it will be, I believe, a Red Devils free kick. So Hunt will try to get it restarted here from just shy of the 40-yard line on the football field. Nice kick downfield. Looking there for Urban. Got a shoulder on it, but Harry Finn's going to be able to get it out. So here's Hidecek on the throw-in. Looking for Urban. Headed by Urban. There is Aaron Townsend, but it's knocked away by Harry Finn. Headed now by Ryan Perrone, the sophomore. Ball still in by Kobe Townsend. Townsend will get it out to Hidecek. He'll now go midfield to Perrone. And now back to Paniconi, and Central will restart on the offense. Heavy pressure here. Central trying to get something going, but the Gill defense has prevailed thus far. Here's Paniconi down the sideline. Good tip by Townsend. And here's another chick on the near sideline. A push looking for Frey, but here comes the Gill goalie who will beat them.
What a push there from the Red Devils, moving all the way downfield. What a tip there from, who was that, Robbie?
That was Aaron Townsend. Yeah, behind the back tip.
What a
tip. Well.
You could hear the crowd just go, whoa. And it went perfectly to Hidecek, and he was able to pass it up, but the goalie for Gill able to get there just before the Red Devils.
So it is Dylan Murray, the sophomore, at goalie for the Knights. As Central will go back on offense. They'll bring it back. That's Jackson Hunt. Try to get a kickoff to Grubb. Now will do so. But it's a fight between Perrone and Ferreira. Down goes Ferreira. And a whistle blown will be a free kick for the Knights. So although it is 1-0, it's been a good game back and forth thus far. Almost halfway here through the first half. So Harry Finn is on the free kick. He'll dump it into the box. Remember, this was trouble last time. It was headed by number 14, Andrew Smith. Now here is Townsend, crossed up a little bit there by Ferreira. So ball goes down. That's Aaron Townsend. Out of play. And it will be Central ball. Quick throw in from Townsend. He'll find Grant Frey. Barrett was knocked away there by Michael Marino. And it'll be a Gill ball. So Sestero now will find Marino. Knocked away there by Jackson Murray in the midfield. There's a race won by Jackson Hunt, but out of play. So it will send Gill back further than it was originally. So there's the throw-in off that of Paniconi. Hidecek gets it down. Now here's Kobe Townsend. He'll look for his brother, but it was knocked away by Harry Finn. Kept in now for Robbie Judd. Heavy contact there from Paniconi. Now here is Sanchez. Sanchez will go to the far sideline to Ferreira. Ferreira trying to work it. Good defense there from Jackson Hunt. Grubb's there. Good chance for the Knights. Kick is off. And out of play just wide of the net. Good organization there from the Knights, Lucas, on that push.
Yeah, good play set up. I mean, it was a good shot opportunity, just a little wide. That's what you want to see from the Gill offense. You want to see that from both offenses, setting up their plays and then finishing off their plays. But the defense doing a great job here today, not allowing a lot of shot setups to, prevail.
So Gill right back on the offense. This will be a race won by Aiden Bosio. Barely. There's Judders right there as well on the end line there. We'll see. It will be a goal kick here for Chase Reinhardt. I'll get it out quickly, giving no time to rest to Dominic Paniconi. Sent downfield looking for Colby Townsend. Knocked down. He's got Panetta all over him. He'll find Brian Grubb. Grubb will send it back to Perone. Perone now to Grant Frey. And right back to Perone. That one taken away by Michael Marino. He'll go back to Harry Finn. And then back to Murray to try to set something up. Finn inside to Marino. Looking for Sestero. Who had a play. It'll be Hidduchek on the throw-in. He'll find Mathieu Urban. Urban will go to Townsend, but it's in a trio of Knights. And another turnover. So this one's sent downfield. Race will be easily won by Dominic Paniconi. He'll reset it to Bosio. And Hunterdon Central will try again. There was a sub there. I believe that's Peter Labate on the far sideline now. In for Jackson Hunt. Here's a Duchek to Brian Grubb up the middle now. He'll send it out for Labate, but it was knocked out by Brandon Ferreira. Here's the sophomore Perone. But Ferreira's there to pick it up. He's got two guys on him in Frey and Grubb. And that one that went out of play will be a Knights throw-in. So here's a couple of subs from the Knights. One is number 15 of Julio Zemialewski. I believe the other is Jackson Collins. So here's the throw-in. It's headed by Labate. He'll find Townsend. Colby Townsend along the far sideline. Try to get it past Renato Panetta, but was knocked out of play. So it'll be a throw-in for Peter Labate. He'll send it to Grant Frey. So here's Frey on the far sideline. He'll send it back to Labate. They'll volley back and forth. It's a foot race, some contact there. I believe that's Derek Palmieri. Ball will go out of play. Will be a goal kick here for the Knights. So the Knights back on the offense. Here's the goal kick. It'll go to midfield. Headed there by Sanchez. Knocked down by Urban, but it's picked up by Michael Marino. He'll send it back to Finn. Finn will go to the near sideline to Collins. Now here's Razumski. Back to Marino and back to Finn, and he'll restart. Murray sends it to the far sideline. Sends it back now to Andrew Smith. Been picked up by Grubb. Here's Colby Townsend, knocked around by Harry Finn. And picked up there by Zemlinski. Reinhardt's there to pick that one up. So still 1-0 Knights here with just under 20 minutes left here in the first half. Here is the Hunterdon Central offense looking to restart. Still heavy pressure from the Knights. There's Paniconi to Townsend. Now to Hidduchek. He'll send it up for Colby Townsend. Harry Finn is in there. There's Hidduchek looking for Townsend. But it's too far and picked up by Andrew Smith. So here's Harry Finn. Can't get there quick enough. And we'll be throwing for Hunterdon Central. A group of subs here for the Red Devils. We'll see one of which is the junior Noah Beelen. Nikhil Aravind also entering the game. Townsend, one of which going out. So is Urban, Frey, and Haduchik.
Yeah, both Townsend brothers heading off the field. In their place is Brady Moran, along with number 19, Dottori Imurin.
So ball back in play. Here's Paniconi. He'll send it back to Reinhardt to try to set something up. So here's Bazio on the far side. To Labate. Labate will send it up. Was looking for, I believe that might be Luke Del Corso on the far side. But it was intercepted by the Knights. Knocked away there by Panicuni. Good defensive play, but it's picked up by Zemielewski. So here now that's been picked up by Aravind. He'll look for Red Devils number 19, DT Amurin, but ball did go out of play and will be Knights ball.
You saw those groups of subs coming in, Robbie. It's good to see that the Red Devils had a lot of depth on that bench, something that a lot of away teams may not have for away games. The Red Devils have that home advantage where they can have, a full sub in. They could swap every single position for somebody who has a lot of potential out on the field. And now the Red Devils, with their substitution, they're able to put them in toward the end of the first half, hopefully score a goal while everybody else on the field for Gill is all tired. And yeah, it's just a good strategy offensively and defensively for the Red Devils.
So here's another good chance for the Knights, but it'll be picked up by Amurin, sent back to Bazio, but it will be Reinhardt will call him off. Reinhardt will now send it on the far side. Be picked up there by Brady Moran. Moran has it, sends it back to Grubb. Grubb will dump it in now down the field. But it will be Murray to get there first. He'll give it off to Andrew Smith. That will go out of bounds. Will be a Gill St. Bernard's throw-in. The throw-in. Good defense there from Grubb. Picked up by a Red Devil. Now knocked back. Now it's intercepted there by 18 on the Knights. Grubb there now to Amurin. He'll send it downfield, but be too far. Murray is there to pick it up. Matthew Santos almost got there. So it was almost a good chance there for the Red Devils. So here's the Knights to try to reset. That's Harry Finn. He'll send it down. It was headed there by number 18, but intercepted by Dominic Paniconi. Now he'll find Santos. Picked up by Amurin. Amurin looked for Red Devils number 13 and Brady Moran, but it was intercepted. And Gill goes back in the offense. That's Renato Pineda. Pineda will dump it in across the field. That's to Julio Zemiuski. But he can't get there. Picked up by Reinhardt. And Red Devils will go back on the offense. So here's Aiden Bazio. Bazio will go to Santos. To Labate. He'll go to Amurin. Amurin back to Bazio. And back to Reinhardt. So you're seeing a lot of good chances stemming from big kicks from Chase Reinhardt down the field. Just not able to get that one chance to tie it up. So here's Peter Labate there. He'll find Matthew Santos. Thought about giving it to Grubb. Thought better of it. But that is one will be turned over. Picked up there by Renato Pineda. Pineda back now. That was to Michael Marino. As that stumped in now for Ferreira. Ferreira in the far corner. Labate's on him on defense. Ferreira will look. Now we'll drive inside. Tries to get a shot off, but it's blocked by Bazio. Grubb dumps it right back in. But now they'll get it out to Matthew Santos on the far side. Santos now to Moran. Try to cross it to Amurin, but it was picked up there by Renato Pineda. So the Knights on the far side trying to work to add on to their lead. That's Ferreira. But it's picked up by Grubb. Picked up by Brian Grubb now up the middle. Grubb trying to get it down the field, but it was knocked away by Michael Marino. So now here is Marino. Marino will go downfield. He'll give it off to Sanchez. It was knocked away. Now a full race to the ball. This will go deep. Out is Reinhardt to pick it up. But another good chance by Gill. And it seems like this Red Devils aggression early on almost unlocked that drive by Gill to say we can't wait back. We have to go up. We have to go up now. And they haven't taken their foot off the gas pedal thus far. So here's Brady Moran now. We'll go up to the middle to DT Emmerin. Here's Petticone. To Emmerin. Back to Panicone. To Perron. Perron will look over his options. So send it back to Bazio. You see a group of subs for each team starting to get loose. That was to Brian Grubb. He finds Peter Labate in the far sideline. He'll send it back to Perron and they'll reset. Bazio now to Noah Beelan. Now send it inside to Perron. Looking good here for the Red Devils. Send it to the far sideline for Grubb. But no one to get there. And Gill goes back on the offense. So there's the throw in. It's picked up by Ferreira. Kicked into central defensive zone. Headed by Beelan, trying to get it out. Can't do so. There's Sanchez. Sends it back now to Marino. He'll send it down deep into the corner there for Collins. But can't get there, and it will be a goal kick for Chase Reinhardt. Small kick. Keeps it in front to Bazio. Tried to send it up to Moran, but it was knocked down there by, I believe that was Renato Pineda. So Red Devils have the ball back. It's Dominic Panicone to Bazio. Following now in the backfield, trying to set something up. They'll go to Emmerin. Put back to Panicone. Now to Bazio. So here's Brian Grubb. He'll cross it over to Emmerin, trying to get something started. Emmerin thought about going to Beelan there, but good coverage from Zemianowski. As that one sent downfield, picked up by Emmerin. Right there is Marino. He wanted a free kick. Whistle wasn't blown. Good cross there to Peter Labate. Labate now to Grubb. Grubb will dump it in, looking for Moran, but it's picked up by Murray off the foot of Harry Finn. You know, it's good to see, Lucas, that even though being down 1-0, these Red Devils aren't in panic mode. They're being patient. They're letting plays come to them. They're not going to force anything downfield that's going to force more turnovers.
Yeah, that's kind of the key word today is patience from both sides of the ball, Robbie. It's kind of a walk, jog, run for both teams. They're walking, as I'm saying, like, they're setting up their plays, they're gathering what they need from defenders or offenders, and they're just trying to set up their plays. Jogging, they're setting up their plays. They're jumping right to the ball, getting to it, and trying to form the play into what you see. Then they're running. They're locked in. They're trying to score some goals. They're trying to get those plays to work, and they're finishing the plays. That's what they need to do on both sides of the ball. Walk, jog, run, Robbie.
Yeah, absolutely. So here's Noah Beelan on the ball. He'll give it off to Panicone. And now back to Reinhardt. So Hunterdon Central will try to restart something now. Panicone to Perron. So Bazio will send it downfield. Knocked down there by Santos. Santos gets it by Zemianowski. Fights through some contact. Good battle now there with Andrew Smith. Whistle blown. Red Devil ball. So here comes a good chance for Red Devils. That is number 16, Nikhil Averand to Emerin. Now back to Paniconi. Paniconi will dump it in, looking for Matthew Santos, knocked down, almost a good chance. Still in the box is Matthew Santos. He'll get one off, but it'll go out of bounds. And here's a whole host of subs for the Red Devils being led out there by the Townsend brothers. Joining them will be Marcos Hernandez, the junior, will be coming on. So is, I believe, that's Dylan Michalski.
Jason Pye came in for Julian Labate, or sorry, not Julian Labate, Peter Labate, and Logan Dendis now out on the field as well.
Speaking of Dennis, he'll dump it in now, try to get it downfield. Good fight between Michalski and Harry Finn. Finn will get it out of there, and we'll go out of play. So Beelan on the throw-in. Now just over 7 minutes left in this first half. He'll go to Michalski. That was headed out by Finn. And another throw-in, but in good position here for the Red Devils.
Michalski, we saw he was injured in the first game of the season. He got hit really hard in the shin. It was either the shin or the knee, but he was out for the first couple of games, Robbie. Good to see him back out on the field. He has a knee brace. Maybe not to his full potential, but definitely still back out on the field.
Really strong throw for Beelan inside the box. But that'll get knocked out and out of play. So you thrown from Labate to, I believe that's Jason Pye, but it was turned over. So here's Marino now to the far sideline to Zamuski. So there's Junior Luke Del Corso. He also came in that last substitutions. Del Corso in the place, I believe he came in for Aiden Bazio. He'll send it to Dendis. Dennis sees a wide open Beelan, but it's intercepted by Zamuski, tipped by Amurin, but picked up by Marino. So now send it back there to Panetta, back to Marino. He'll try to find Ferreira, but picked back up by the Red Devil. And now here's Kobe Townsend right back on the ball. Looking for Jason Pye, went right through his legs, and it will be a Gill throw-in. So that's Henry Rosenbuski that is coming now. A pair of brothers on each of the teams here today, Lucas.
Coach Woodward really trying to incorporate everybody from the Red Devils bench onto the field. We've seen almost everybody on the Red Devils roster out on the field today, Robbie.
Yeah, absolutely. You talked about that depth a little earlier, and really Coach Woodward taking advantage of that early on in this one. So it'll be a Gill ball right in front of us here from the near sideline. That's Jackson Collins. Another sub here coming in for the Knights. That's number 20, Harry Morrow. One of the handful of freshmen on this Gill St. Bernard's Knights team. Throw-ins headed by Beelan, picked up by Amurin. Back to Beelan. Looking for Hernandez, but it's picked up there by Collins. So here's Marino now on the midfield. Sending back to Rosenbuski. Tipped there by Panetta. Excuse me, that's Sanchez. There's Rosenbuski. It'll be a free kick for the Red Devils. It's Amurin back to Townsend, back to Labate, and the Red Devils will try to reset with just over 4 minutes left in the first half. So here's Paniconi, tries to get it downfield, was looking for Michalski, but overran it to Finn, and another turnover. Good play there from Peter Labate to get that ball out of bounds for Hunterdon Central throw-in. Here's Amurin to Townsend. Back to Paniconi. Now to Del Corso. Emerin almost a cycle here, trying to get something set up, or at least waiting for something to get set up along the midfield. Here's Paniconi to Emerin to Del Corso. Big push from Del Corso. Try to go to the midfield for Emerin, but it was knocked away there by Sanchez. Now here's Colby Townsend. The Red Devil offense will reset. But again, I think you're seeing that organization a lot from Hunterdon Central as well, Lucas. Kind of, again, being patient. You said that's the word of the game. I like that. And kind of just waiting for something to set up. Not in a huge rush here. Only down 1 goal.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time left to go. Just under 3 minutes left to go in this first half, and then a whole 40-minute half, Robbie.
Yeah, absolutely. Whistle blown there. Might have been offsides. Regardless of which, will be Red Devils ball here. So now here's number 17. That's Marcos Hernandez along the midfield. He goes to Michalski. Now picked up by Colby Townsend. Pass Razumiewski. Townsend, one of the league goal scorers for Hunterdon Central this year. Look downfield for Marcos Hernandez. Here's a good chance. Decided to hold on to it. Pass Michalski. Labate is there. He'll keep it with the Red Devils. They'll send it back to Dennis, and they'll reset on the offense. Here's Hernandez, but it was picked up there by Sanchez. And a turnover. So Logan Dennis will send it back downfield looking for Marcos Hernandez. Fought through with number 14 for Gill, Andrew Smith. On a play, and it will be a Red Devils throw-in. So now under 2 minutes left in the first half. Thorne was tipped. Here's Marcos Hernandez right in front of the box. Here's a shot. But it will be picked up by Murray. So 125 now, Lucas. Again, you mentioned it. Another 40-minute half coming up after halftime. So not a ton of urgency so far. Good ball there by Peter Labate. Able to keep it in the midfield. DT Emerin. Now to Dendis. Colby Townsend now. Heavy contact there from number 6 on Gill, Michael Marino. Marino now looking. Townsend still down on the midfield. No whistle. And knocked out of bounds there by Marino. Townsend still down. And here comes the training staff from Hunterdon Central.
Yeah, Townsend holding his ankle. The clock will stop. Hopefully he'll be all right. One of the league goal scorers, as you said, Robbie. He's one of the more aggressive players out on this team, especially with his brother out on the team. You know, as a brother, you want to go and try to beat your brother. But here on this team, they're working as a team. Colby and Aaron Townsend, two of the better players out on this Red Devils team. Hopefully to see that he's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. You saw Townsend and Michael Marino tangle there. So Colby's up. Looks like going to walk it off. Will head to the sidelines now. It'll be Mathieu Urban. So junior for junior will be Gill ball here just past the 35-yard line of the football field. Will be Jackson Collins on the throw-in.
At this point, the Red Devils either have to just run the clock down, not let Gill have any scoring opportunities. Either that, or they're going to try to shoot it way downfield and try to get a scoring opportunity for them.
Good ball by Michalski to Jason Pye. Send it back to Michalski. Not a lot of Red Devils downfield. Here's a good chance for Marcos Hernandez. Can't come down with it. And looks like it's going to be called offsides anyways. So 20 seconds left in this first half. Here on pick out right for HC Soccer. Big kick downfield headed by Labate out of bounds. Quick throw in looking here for Andrew Smith. Battled away, dumped in on the cross, but the horn will sound. And that'll do it for the first half. So after one half of play, it's Gill St. Bernard's Knights 1, Hunterdon Central Red Devils 0. We'll be back right after this.
We would like to take a moment to thank our corporate sponsors for the 2025-2026 school year. At the gold level, thank you to American Tire and Auto of Flemington, Britland Auto Body of Greenbrook, Coldwell Banker Realty, Dave's Collision of Flemington, the Gravity Vault of Flemington, Hunterdon Health, Mid-Jersey Orthopedics, Sandhill Dental LLC of Flemington, Scheibel's Plumbing, Heating, and Water Treatment of Hampton. At the silver level, thank you to Farmers Insurance Company of Flemington, Your Smile LLC of Flemington. At the bronze level, thank you to Dr. Pamela Souse, Optometrist of Flemington, Jersey Mike Subs of Flemington, Molesky, Eisenhut, and Zielinski, Attorneys at Law in Flemington, Moose Lodge of Flemington. At the red level, thank you to Mathnasium of Flemington and Panettieri's Pizza and Pasta of Flemington. And at the black level, thank you to Provident Bank of Flemington. If you would like to become a corporate sponsor, visit the Hunterdon Central website and click on the Community Menu tab to learn more.
Hunterdon Central Regional High School, located in beautiful Hunterdon County, is a high-achieving 9th to 12th grade school district educating over 2,200 students from 5 different municipalities. We are an innovative educational community dedicated to the intellectual, social, and emotional safety and growth of all of our students. We are proud to have been named a National Blue Ribbon School of Excellence, ranked second in New Jersey for top public comprehensive high schools by U.S. News and World Report, received an AP School Honor Roll Silver Distinction. Our students are National Merit Scholarship semifinalists and commended students every year, and our students and teams have won a lot of trophies. And while we are very proud of these accomplishments, Hunterdon Central is more than awards. We are a welcoming school community committed to education, respect, growth, and support. And at Hunterdon Central, there is something for everyone. From academics to extracurriculars, we strive to offer something that will interest every student that enters our hallways. Look at our vast list of courses to choose from. Whether students are into math, science, English, history, or maybe they like business, art, or music, robotics, TV, or radio, we have something for every student at Hunterdon Central. Passionate about languages and culture? We had 118 students recently graduate earning the seal of biliteracy. We even offer 6 specialized academies through our magnet program in architectural design, biomedical sciences, computer science, engineering, media and communications, and robotics, and they are right here at Hunterdon Central. Students do not have to go to another school to participate in these unique academies. Central offers 18 different types of sports over 3 seasons with varsity, JV, and freshman levels, and we offer unified sports for students with and without disabilities. Our caring staff is dedicated to helping students succeed in every way. Please don't hesitate to ask questions and reach out if you need any help anytime. Welcome to Hunterdon Central.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Hunterdon Central Stewart Field for today's soccer game. It's Gill St. Bernard's Knights 1, Hunterdon Central Red Devils 0. It was an exciting and very competitive first half, Lucas.
Yeah, I mean, both the Red Devils and Gill were going at it on defense, not allowing a lot of shot opportunities from either team. Red Devils down 1. It's going to be an exciting second half, Robbie.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're underway here. Red Devils trying to get something started. You know, you talked about the depth with Hunterdon Central. A lot more players than you see on the Gill St. Bernard's bench. And I think, like you said, I think we saw just about everybody get in the first half. Just keeping guys fresh, keeping guys loose, and not letting them get word out.
And it's interesting, the Red Devils only kept 2 players on the field for the entire first half. It was Brian Grubb and Chase Reinhardt. And other than that, everybody was switching out. You had different faces coming out onto the field, fresh legs coming in, and the Red Devils switching in and out. That's important to note for the depth, Robbie.
Yeah, absolutely. So there was a good chance for the Red Devils. Brian Grubb tried to get one in, but ball went over the net. So there's a goal kick here for Gill. That is their goalie, Dylan Murray, the sophomore. So now here's a push from the Knights. Sends it downfield. But it's going to be Hunterdon Central's Dominic Paniconi will get there first. And Central had possession there for a moment. Close call there with Robbie Judd right there. So here's Gill now. That's Renato Panetta. And a turnover. So Kobe Townsend, we saw him go down with an ankle injury. He's back out here for the second half. Good to see again. He's one of the leading goal scorers for the Red Devils. So they'll look inside here. Grubb will now try to dump it for Grant Frey. On the near side, takes it into the corner. Looked like that might have went out. No whistle. Now he'll go to Brian Grubb. Grubb will look. He'll send it back now to Beelan. Beelan to Perron.
Now the Red Devils are really setting up their shots, Robbie, passing around the horn.
Yabs are looking good, but turned over there. That was number 14, Andrew Smith for the Knights. Now here's a deep ball, but it will be Duchek who'll get there first. And try to restart something here for the Red Devils. So Aaron Tanner will just keep that in. He'll bring it up on the far side. Tries to get inside the box, knocked away by Harry Finn. And then it'll go out of play. So a couple of big pushes early on here with the Red Devils. So here's Duchek. Looking inside there for Aaron Townsend. But ball bobbled. And now here's a big run for the Knights. That's Brandon Ferreira. Ferreira on the near side. Help drive towards Chase Reinhardt. But bodied out by Aiden Bazio. No whistle. Good defensive play by the junior. So there's a pass, a deep pass there from Bazio looking for Grant Frey. Frey not able to get there in time. Jumping the throw, and there was Noah Beelan. Good play for Gill all the way back to around the 25-yard line on the football field. And I'll put them under pressure. Here's Robbie Judd. He'll tip it back to, I believe that was Harry Merrow. Judd and Duchek now. Missed pass. Dumped in and headed out by Noah Beelan. Not out of the woods yet, as here's Andrew Hemrani. Now here's a shot from Ferreira. Saved by Chase Reinhardt. Off the crossbar of the football goalpost. Reinhardt got a hand on it. I'll keep this game at 1-0.
Great athleticism shown off there from Reinhardt, jumping up into the air, reaching his right arm up and bopping it up into the goalposts of the football field. Chase Reinhardt, one of the most athletic guys out on this team, showing off his athleticism.
Yeah, absolutely. So here's a corner for the Knights. I believe that is Sanchez. He'll dump it in. Getting up there was Harry Finn. But it'll be taken out now by the Red Devils. Sent down by Aaron Townsend. But no one there. So Gill will go back in an offensive push. As that will go off the foot of Duchek and end up pay. So ball back in play now. And taken away by the Red Devils. Central trying to set something up. Again, we talked about patience. Again, down 1 goal, not forcing anything. As there was a good idea by Reinhardt looking for Noah Beelan, but just a bit too far. And a souvenir for a lucky fan. So Gill back in the offensive now. Here's Robbie Judd. He'll go back to Harry Morrow. But it'll be picked up and knocked away by Noah Beelan. And the Red Devils back in the offensive, momentarily picked up by Brandon Ferreira. Ferreira through a couple defenders, whistle blown. Ferreira went down. And it will be a free kick for the Knights.
Is it just me or is Ferreira just really moving when he gets the ball, Robbie? Once he gets possession of it, he just absolutely steps on the gas and moves downfield quickly. And I feel like if the Red Devils can't keep an eye out for Ferreira, I mean, there's no way of stopping him, Robbie.
Yeah, the senior, one of the league goal scorers for the Knights. So he's absolutely getting the ball and turning almost, if you want to talk about American football, about yards after catch. But yeah, Ferreira really moving, trying to get the ball downfield, and obviously not afraid to be physical. You know, we saw him with that really big battle with Kobe Townsend that sent Townsend down in the first half. You saw him take a chance to run through a couple of Central defenders there. So here's a free kick. It's stumped in by Sanchez. Headed there by number 14, Andrew Smith. And they look to reset. Crossed in, got a foot on it with Jason Pye, will send it out. And it'll be another corner kick here for the Knights. So here's Jesus Sanchez with the corner. Dumped in over the head of everybody. And now picked up by Aaron Townsend. We'll try to get it started. He'll find Grant Frey, was then knocked out of bounds by Carter Sestero. Central looking quickly. Good chance here for Grant Frey, but it's 2-on-1. And knocked out of play by Harry Morrow.
That was great heads-up soccer from Aaron Townsend, getting the ball as soon as he could to throw it back in, throw it right over the head of the defender, and right to Grant Frey. Frey was moving downfield. And yeah, good opportunity there for the Red Devils. Defense shown there from Gill.
So here's Kobe Townsend now on the far side. Headed by Grubb. Good chance now for Aaron Townsend. Shot off, but wide of the net. So it will be a goal kick here for the goalie, Dylan Murray. Will be sent up. It'll go right to Kobe Townsend. There is Grant Frey, but it's the other junior, Harry Fenn, who will knock it out of play. It will be a Red Devils throw-in. It'll be junior Noah Beelan. You know, a lot of juniors between both teams here, so you won't expect a lot of change next year with both of these teams seeing a lot of the same faces for a couple of years in a row. The corner is dumped in, headed by Panicone, but caught by Murray. So Murray getting his fair share of saves today. And again, we talked about competitiveness and really the balance between offensive pushes from both the Red Devils and the Knights. So picking up the goal kick was Aiden Bazio as the Red Devils look to go back on offense. There's a kick from Reinhardt, looking for Townsend. Miscommunication. Townsend able to keep it with him. And they wanted a handball, no whistle. And Central back in the offensive. Here's a Ducek. He'll go to the outside to Kobe Townsend. Townsend will cut in. He'll look for Emerald, but Emerald's not there. And it's picked back up by the Knights. Good block there by Amarin. Amarin will look. He'll give it off to the junior Brian Grubb. Grubb will send it back to Noah Beelan. Now back to Grubb. And knocked out of bounds there by number 5 of the Knights. That's Renato Pineda. So good chance here for the Red Devils. Will be a throw-in for Noah Beelan. Good read there. I'll send it back for Townsend, who will kick it out of play. And it's Knights ball. So here's Palmieri with the throw-in. Sent back. Tipped by Grubb. Down went Sanchez. Whistle blown. It'll be a free kick for the Knights. So ball's up to the midfield. Knocked down by Pineda. And a good move from Grubb to give him back the ball. Here's Grubb in the midfield, but knocked down and picked up by Robbie Judd. Here's a play starting to develop for the Knights, but that one's knocked back by Enrud. So a volley here, back and forth along midfield. Picked up by Amarin. He'll cross it over to Townsend. Here's Aaron Townsend on the near side. He'll dump it in, looking for Grant Frey, but it's knocked down by number 14 of Andrew Smith. Goal! Grant Frey in the box. Or I believe that was Colby Townsend who knocked it in. Good opportunity, and we're all tied up at 1-1.
Aaron Townsend just tried to get it into the box, as you were saying, Robbie. It was headed off by one of the Gill St. Bernard's players, and I believe, yeah, it was Colby Townsend who just tapped it right into the left side of the net, Robbie. Goal for the Red Devils. We're all tied up here.
Yeah, you know, you see a lot of good chemistry, a lot of good plays, a lot of good communication. Townsend, I think, originally looking for Grant Frey, overshot just a little bit, but Townsend was there to capitalize and knock it in. All knotted up, and the Red Devils right back on the offense. You know, again, the big word's been patience. They sat back, they let plays develop, and when they saw an opportunity, they took advantage of it to tie this one up. So battle on the far sideline, gotten out by Robbie Judd. Judd will go to Pineda. Now dumped across field for Ferreira. Contact there with Beelan, and he'll get it out. It will be Knights ball. But further down from where it was. And with not a lot of guys there downfield. Good play there by Noah Beelan. So a sub coming in now for the Knights. That's number 30, Isaiah McGaw. So here's Ferreira. Ferreira will send it to the far side there to number 3 of Sestero. Here's Sestero. Got a shot off. Saved by Reinhardt. And you're seeing maybe a little more energy pumped into Hunterdon Central now. Being all square in this one.
Yeah, Central's already tied 2 games this season. They definitely don't want to end this one in a tie, or even worse, a loss, Robbie.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's Colby Townsend again. Grant Frey's downfield. I'll set it up for Aaron Townsend now into the box. And kicked away by, I believe that was number 14 for Andrew Smith. A good chance, a good luck. The Townsend brothers trying to connect. So here's a corner, tipped up by Paniconi, but out of play. And it'll be a goal kick for Dylan Murray. How about a surge of energy here for the Red Devils? A couple of really good goal-scoring chances here in the last 2 minutes. Trying to avoid their 3rd tie of the season. Still just under 25 minutes left here in regulation. Here's Kobe Townsend again on the goal kick. We picked up by Grant Frey in the corner. Frey looked inside. It was knocked out of play there by, I believe that was Andrew Smith. Excuse me, no, that was Jackson Collins. So it's another corner for the Red Devils. It will be the junior Brian Grubb. Dumped in, headed, oh. Whistle blown. I think Petticoat might have got a couple hands on it there. So here's the Knights now, back right in front of the net. Goal kick will be headed by Perone, back to Bazio. Trying to stay on the offense. Ball still up, that's out of play off the foot of Dominic Paniconi. And I believe it, yes, it will be a Knights throw-in. So Hunterdon Central again. You know, we saw those couple of big pushes in the beginning of the game. It kind of sparked the Knights here for a handful of offensive drives. One of them scoring. This is another good chance. Crossed in, but knocked out by Aiden Bazio. So here's a throw into the box. Getting up there is number 10 of the Knights. That is Sanchez. Kept in position by Ferreira. That was kicked out by Aaron Townsend. And this there was a tip. It will be Red Devils ball. Wow, a big throw in there by Noah Beelan. It's a 2-on-1 here with Grant Frey. Harry Finn will be there. Dylan Murray gets a kickoff just before Frey could get there. Reeling it is Brian Grubb to Perone, but now here's Robbie Judd and Isaiah McGaw. McGaw now to Sanchez. Sanchez up the middle for Judd. Going out is Reinhardt. Oh, just wide of the net. Good save by Chase Reinhardt. Always a tough play, Lucas, there by a goalie to whether stay back and see where the shot is or to run up and try to trap it. And a really good job by Reinhardt, not only staying in between there, but able to keep that ball in front of him.
Yeah, he initially wanted to run up and try to grab it, and it looked like at the last second he tried to step back because he knew that he was probably going to get a shot off. Lucky there for him. Number 7, Robbie Judd, just couldn't get the perfect shot off. Maybe a little bit of luck there from the Red Devils. Either way, Red Devils still tied. Avoid a big goal there from Gill St. Bernard's.
So Gill still on the offense. And that was out of play. Will be a Red Devils ball here. Just prior to halfway here through the second half. So here's in Bazio, but it's tipped. There's Robbie Judd, but pounced on by Chase Reinhardt. He'll get it up quickly to DT Emmerin. Emmerin now to Colby Townsend on the far sideline. Townsend looking for Emmerin. He'll keep possession for the moment, but it's gathered up by Jackson Collins. You know, it's always good to see, Lucas, when you have your defenders around midfield, seeing not a ton of breakaway threats. So here's Noah Beelan. He'll try to dump it into the corner. Foot race. Grubb is there, but can't get there in time.
So we're down to the last quarter of the game, Robbie. It's now time where both teams are going to try to step further down onto the gas, maybe even stand on that gas pedal, and just try to get a goal opportunity. They're not going to waste any opportunities.
Good save, Chase Reinhardt. Deep pass there. It was a fight between Robbie Judd and Aiden Bazio. Judd not only got one, but tried to get 2 shots off on the deflection, and Reinhardt pounced on both of them. You talk about the athleticism by the Hunterdon Central goalie. So Central will go back on the offensive. There's a turnover. Townsend tried to turn up the field, but in his way was Derek Palmieri. And here's Gill. Good block by Grubb. Gives Townsend some room. It's a 4-on-3 here. Grubb into the corner now. Here comes the junior. Keep it in. Look over his options. Go back to Aaron Townsend. Go back to Grubb. Patience here. Has room. That's a Murin, I believe. He'll go back to Beelen, who will just navigate Robbie Judd. And the Red Devils will go back on the attack. So trying to get something going. You mentioned here in the last quarter of the game, both teams trying to turn it on. And obviously Hunterdon Central heard you. Because this is what, now 3 big pushes in the last, I'd say, 4 minutes.
Yeah, and yet Central is still being patient, Robbie. They're not trying to take a big shot from like the 30 or 20-yard line. I mean, both teams are being very patient, but especially the Red Devils, especially on their shot decisions.
Yeah, absolutely. So here's a Murin. Found some space. Looks at the corner for Colby Townsend, but can't get there in time.
We see both Gill and Central with different strategies when taking their shots, Robbie. Gill is going to go right up the throat. They're going to go right up the middle and try to push through all the defenders to try to get a shot opportunity. And they've had shot opportunities. They've been able to make that work. Red Devils, they're playing a little bit more strategically. They're passing around the horn, trying to wait for that perfect shot opportunity, and that's where that patience comes into play, Robbie.
Well, not only that, I mean, by doing so, you're also taking time off the clock, which, I mean, if you want to go back to football here, the less time on the clock is the less time your opponent has to score. So here we go again, the Red Devils on the offensive, but it'll be turned over, knocked out of play, and into the trees by Jackson Collins. That ball's not coming back, Lucas. So Red Devils stay on the offensive now. Closer yet here to the Knights net. Looks like it'll be Noah Beelen here on the throw, and Beelen's had some really big throw-ins. I mean, talk about, like, really far. So we'll dump it into the box, but it's headed out by Renato Panetta. Still trying to kept in. Now here's Aiden Bazio. He'll look, has a pair of defenders on him. He'll go to Heduchek. Able to fight off some contact. He'll go into the corner now to Aaron Townsend. Just able to keep that one in. But looks like whistle was blown. And it did go out. So the throw in here is Palmieri to Andrew Smith. But here's Brian Grubb all over that one. He'll go to Colby Townsend, who will tap it up, but no one's there. Central all over it. Good play there by Ryan Perron to keep it out of the cleats of, I believe that was number 18 for the Knights. So Central will reset. A lot of communication. As you see, Duchek on the far sideline. Colby Townsend is there. Hell cross it over. Knocked down by Murray. There's Grubb, but can't get there. Good save and a dangerous spot there for Dylan Murray. 15 minutes and counting left here in this one. Big punt there. Rozumiewski has re-entered the game for the Knights. I believe that is Julio. So there's a turnover there. Right, Devils back on the push. Go back to Beelen. So here's Ryan Perron. Looking there for Aaron Townsend, but it's knocked down by Andrew Smith. So here's Brandon Ferreira. He'll give it off there to Giancarlo Sanchez. There's a shot off by McGaw, and Reinhardt left to go out. It'll be a good goal kick for the Red Devils. So sub coming in now for the Knights. It will be for Ferreira. And I believe that'll be Jackson Murray coming in. So the Red Devils back on the attack as Amarin tries to fight off Razamuski. Now here's a chance for number 18. He'll now try to dump it in for Sanchez, but hit it out by Bielan. Miffed on by Grubb. Still under pressure. Here's the Red Devils. Whistle blown, and Red Devils ball. So a fight along midfield here as the Red Devils will reset. With that goal, Kobe Townsend did take the team lead with number 3 on the season. Among those with the push of juniors on this Red Devils team. Speaking of juniors, here's Brian Grubb to senior Aaron Townsend to sophomore Ryan Perron. Perron, I believe, the lone sophomore on the Central team, and a lone underclassman at that.
Yeah, coming into this season, we didn't expect Perron to play out on the varsity level. Not even a starter, Robbie. Expected him to stay down on JV and it continue to be a senior and junior style team. But Perron squeaking his way onto the roster and now out on the starting lineup.
Absolutely, and even today, I mean, he showed his worth. He's been all over the ball, making big passes, playing good defense. So mixed bag there of reactions. Tipped there by by Aaron Townsend, but said it went off of a night.
So now, Robbie, is when I expect Central to utilize the amount of time on possession that they've had and try to take some more risky shots. They've had long possessions, and that's obviously key to not letting Gill score, not even have any shot opportunities. But now Central needs to take riskier shots. They need to take shots. They've had a couple shot opportunities, but Central just needs to get some more, riskier shots, as I've said it.
Yeah, absolutely. And that defensive trio back there, and Paniconi, Bosio, and Bielan have been key. As there's a big pass into the near corner, but it'll go out of play. So like you said, it's not even so much of a worry of having a big shot and then letting up a lot of room downfield because your defense is right there as well. So just over 10 minutes now. That throw intended for Aaron Townsend bounced over his head. Gill back on the attack. And now that's Henry Razamuski. Battling there with Grant Frey, who will pick up the ball. Frey, a good chance. Here's Kobe Townsend now on the far side. Townsend across now looking for Grubb. Can't, let's see, that'll stay. No, that will go out. And it'll be a goal kick.
There's a good shot set up there from Colby Townsend working from the corner. Once you get into that corner, it's a matter of getting a good layup into that box, as you said it, Robbie. That was Brian Grubb who was trying to get the header in or maybe a shot. He just couldn't get there.
Yeah, I don't know. Because it seemed like Grubb kind of stumbled there coming up to the ball. I don't know if maybe he thought that was tipped. Regardless of which, the Red Devils receive the goal kick and are back on the offensive. Whistle blown there. It'll be a free kick now for the Knights. So here's a deep free kick there from Harry Finn. As the Knights try to get something going. Now we're knocked out of bounds by Ducek. Sub coming on now for the Red Devils. That'll be for Aaron Townsend. And I believe that's Mathieu Urban, the junior, coming on. Sub also coming on for the Knights. Believe that's Robbie Judd coming back on here.
Surprising that the Red Devils aren't putting in more subs at this point. 10 minutes left to go, or rather 9 at this point, Robbie. And they've had these guys out there for 30 minutes straight without any subs. It's about time that you put some fresh legs out on the field, but interesting play call there from Coach.
Well, when it comes down to crunch time, you want your best guys out there. I think that's what we're seeing right now. As there's a good ball there, knocked away by Beelen, picked up by Ferrero. Sent back there to Pineda. Here's Razamuski. He'll go out to the corner to Ferrero. Picked up, knocked away by Frey. Good sliding kick there to get it out of harm's way. Big contact there from Grubb. And there's the whistle. Grubb and Pineda getting there together, and Pineda's down. Looks like holding his ankle. Like he'll rub some dirt on it, walk it off, and get back down to business. So it'll be Harry Finn who will take the free kick. There's the kick dumped into the box, headed there by Ducek out to Frey. And Hunterdon Central back in the offensive. Good pass there to Grubb, picked up to Mathieu Urban. But the whistle blown. Really good chance there for the Red Devils. So there's a free kick from Finn, dumped in. Here's Ferrero, shot off, but saved by Chase Reinhardt.
You saw Gill St. Bernard not very patient with their shot there. They just took the shot when they could. That's what you got to do in these last couple minutes, Robbie. Central's got to do the exact same thing. Hopefully they can get lucky.
So here's HC back on the attack as Townsend bobbled that one. Turned over. Here's a spin there from Sanchez. But good ball there by Beelen to get it out. So dumped in by Collins. And then kicked out by Bosio. So a bit of a volley here in Hunterdon Central's defensive area. As there's a whistle. That was with D.T. Amur, and it'll be a free kick for the Knights. Just under 6 minutes left in this one. So here's Jackson Collins. Dumped in, good ball, but out of play. Andrew Smith, I think, got a head on it, but not able to angle it in. So it'll be a goal kick here for Chase Reinhardt. 5:20 now left in the clock. Good idea there from, I believe that was Ducek. But way out of range there of Urban. So HC back in the attack. That's Brian Grubb to Grant Frey. Now back to Grubb on the near side. Grubb taking it in the corner, but loses handle of it and out of play. here's a throw in from Noah Beelan. Looking inside there for Urban. Good idea for Townsend. Townsend's down. Right past him. Whistle blown. Grant Frey was right there. And it was offsides. So a deep ball there to midfield as Hunterdon Central with less than 4 minutes left on the clock will try to go ahead for the first time in this one. Here's Gill. That's Ferrero, but knocked out of harm's way there by Bazio. So here's Colby Townsend on the far side. Setting up. Good ball there for Emmerich. Emmerich looking over his options. Tries to get across, but it's tipped, and I believe it's going to be a corner kick for the Red Devils. That's Emmerich going to take the corner. Dumped into the box. Get in, but saved by Murray. He'll try to take advantage of Central trying to get back on defense. Not going to work. Knocked down by Haduchek. Here's Emmerich now. Wanted for Townsend. Sliding there is Collins, and he'll knock it out of play. Under 2 minutes now left in the clock, Lucas. Big throw in here from Beelan. Just ahead of the jumping Bozzer. Shot off, but off the crossbar. Good chance there. I believe that was Colby Townsend on the shot. Just high. Murray had no chance to get there.
Yeah, it looked like a low throw there from Beelan. Usually he's got more oomph into those throws. Hopefully Central was going to get the header off of that one. But as you said, Colby Townsend tried to take the shot right off the crossbar. Good opportunity there for the Red Devils.
So the Knights back under pressure. Here's a header there from Santos looking for Frey, but it's knocked away. There's Razumiewski, headed by Beelan. Judd contact there with Bazio, and HCL reset. 45 seconds and counting left. Big kick there from Reinhardt. Frey's there, try to turn the ball. Down goes Frey. No whistle. Oh, there's the whistle. And a yellow card here.
Yeah, it looked like a player just threw the ball away after the whistle was blown. A lot of frustration there. I understand it. Can't show that out on the field. Now, Brian Grubb with an opportunity with 30 seconds left to go for the Red Devils.
I think that might have been Palmieri. He was just subbed out. So a good chance here for Brian Grubb, the junior. 31.6 left on the clock. Here's the kick. He'll cross it in. Over the head of Perron. And out now. Kept in by Haduchek. Headed by Frey. There's Urban now. Here's a chance. Shot off, but someone was in the way. I think that was Nikhil Aravind. Has picked up. 7 and counting, looking for Frey. Whistle blown. And that will do it here from Stewart Field. Is there?
Yep, so we're going to head to two 10-minute overtime sections, Robbie. That's the end of regulation. The Red Devils have a 5-minute break. We'll be right back here on HCTV. Lucas Reed alongside Robbie Lubner.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Hunterdon Central Stewart Field. On to overtime. Tied at 1 after regulation. So it'll be two 10-minute periods of overtime. If no one scores, it will end in a draw. Lucas, it's been an exciting one. It's been a balanced one. And you would expect it to continue as such.
Yeah, both teams have had so many scoring opportunities. A lot of penalties have been thrown, a lot of whistles blown. And it's been a lot of back and forth, Robbie. I mean, 1-1, you expect a lot of back and forth, but not like this. Both teams are moving all the way downfield and having a scoring opportunity. Then it's going the other way. It's really exciting to watch. Overall, just an awesome game to watch here today.
Yeah, absolutely. So that will go out. It'll be a good chance here for the Knights. Remember, 1 goal and it's over. So defense still is important as offense right now. Meet Jackson Collins on the throw-in. There was Judd, but it will be headed by Central number 24, Luke Del Corso. We haven't seen him in the game since the first half, Lucas. Talked about the depth for the Red Devils. Keeping in some young arms. So that one will go out. It will be a Knights throw-in. So here's Del Corso to Grubb. Grubb has had a couple of good chances here. As he'll find Beelan now on the far sideline. Grant Frey is there now in the corner. Gonna go out. And it'll be a goal kick here for Dylan Murray. So still a fight here midfield. There's Emerin fighting it out with Panetta. And coming in to save it there was number 11 of Ferreira. There's Panetta to Judd. Knocked away. Central still not out of the woods here. There's that one headed. That will stay in. It will be Noah Beelan. We'll try to box out, but it'll be kept in now by Ferreira. And it'll be a throw-in for the Knights. So we'll see another good opportunity here for the Knights. Here's the throw-in. Headed, Grubb will knock it away. And it'll be a throw-in now for the Knights. So it'll be Collins again on the throw-in. Into the box. Headed by a Red Devil. Here's Judd. Bobble it. He'll go down. And now kicked away by Luke Del Corso. Not out of it yet. Here is Renato Panetta. Panetta down to Ferreira. Here's Panetta inside of Ferreira. A good chance. Ferreira went down. And we'll go out of play. And a goal kick here for Chase Reinhardt. Nice ball here from Emerin to Kobe Townsend. Hell spin. Try to keep it in. will do so. Knocked away, but down went Townsend. Extra by Morrow, whistle blown. And it'll be a free kick in viable position here for the Red Devils. Frustrations coming out for the Knights. Really good position now for Hunterdon Central.
Five minutes left to go in this first overtime. This would be huge for Brian Grubb to just end this right now, Robbie.
Yeah, absolutely. Grubb already 2 goals on the season. There's the kick off the head of, I believe that was Giancarlo Sanchez. Kept in there by Noah Beal, and now to Colby Townsend. HC back on the attack. He'll try to dump it into Emmerin. He'll go to Grubb now. Grubb goes to the far side. He'll try to get across. It hits off a Knight. And a big throw in now for the Red Devils.
Noah Beelan's got one of the best arms on this team. He's able to get that throw in all the way to the box, Robbie. This could be a big opportunity for the Red Devils as well.
So here's a throw in from Beelan. Headed by Townsend. Knocked away by a Knight. Grubb will win the race to the ball. Good move by Grubb. Dumped in. But kicked away. Now here's Grant Frey. Shot off. Goal! Grant Frey ends it here in first overtime. That'll do it here from Stewart Field. Grant Frey ends it here. A big goal past the diving Dylan Murray. And we're final. Hunterdon Central 2, Gill St. Bernard's 1.
What an ending, Robbie. Grant Frey, game-winning goal. I mean, Brian Grubb made a fantastic move in the corner, able to move it back toward the middle. Grant Frey didn't take a second, took the shot toward the middle. Great shot there. Winning goal for the Red Devils. Red Devils win it 2-1.
Fantastic job there. Organization, patience, able to set up a play, an open shot there for Frey. Able to end it there. So, again, final score, Red Devils 2, Knights 1. Hunterdon Central does go to 5-1-2 on the season. The Knights 2-5-6. My name is Robbie Lumner. My partner is Lucas Reed. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.